Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Asian Psycho, and here I've got a little game for you guys. It's gonna be a little bit different from my normal routine of first-person shooters. Even though I do play Minecraft and occasional Toho, this is going to be a little bit different. Like I just said, and this game is called Sengoku Rants, as you can see by the English subtitle down there. And a little bit of background information on this game. This is a Japanese H game, which means that somewhere along the road we're gonna be seeing some porn scenes, and obviously this being YouTube, we're not gonna have that. So if we do come across those scenes, well, with the power of editing, I can always get rid of those. And unfortunately, if you do want to see those, I mean, we have other sites for that kind of stuff. You can just use Google. Google is your friend. Use it once in a while. So yeah, YouTube is not the place for that, unfortunately. So yeah, I had mentioned previously in one of my update videos, FaceTime update videos, that Sengoku Rants and another game called Teikoku would be the two games that I would be doing for Sengoku Rants. Or not for Sengoku Rants, but for my channel. And the two people who really inspired me to do this are one of them, I'm forgetting the names, but the other one I definitely know the name. His channel is called My Glorious Channel. It's a reference to his game on the other at that too. And I have been in correspondence with My Glorious Channel and through another YouTube account. I'm gonna give him feedback on his own Sengoku Rants walkthrough. So after a long while, I just decided that, you know what, I should make my own Sengoku Rants walkthrough, because so far there's only like two complete walkthroughs. One being this guy, the guy I just mentioned, My Glorious Channel's walkthrough, and there's another walkthrough, another guy, but he doesn't show like any cutscenes at all. My Glorious Channel goes through everything, dialogue, events, all that good stuff. So, in my walkthrough, I'm probably going to skip through like the cutscenes, like, because you can fast forward through them by pressing Control, and yeah, he goes through every single one of the cutscenes. So if you guys want to see like each cutscene, like word by word, then I suggest you guys go over to My Glorious Channel's profile and watching the Sengoku Rants walkthrough on his channel, because he goes through all the dialogue. I'm just gonna go through all the action, the how to get this, and then the more insider tips and tricks on Sengoku Rants, in case you guys did not know like what to do before. For those of you guys who have played this game, and for the you guys who have not played this game is terribly addicting. I have been playing this game for non-stop for like the past year and about a quarter or so, because my friend introduced me to this game beginning my junior year, and seeing that I am a senior about to finish first semester, yeah, that's been a long time since then. So yeah, let's get right into some sort of background information on Sengoku Rants. But before we do, we're just gonna click on new game here. Now, there's a screen. So a little bit of background information on Sengoku Rants. Sengoku Rants is a turn-based strategy game, and it's basically like pitting armies against each other on a 6 unit by 6 unit playing field. And we'll get into the battle system in a second here, but then yeah, that's just the premise of the game. And basically it's set in Sengoku era, or basically medieval era Japan, and all these countries that you see here are all different factions that like eventually you're going to conquer them all. That's basically the whole point of this game. Well, sometimes there are other routes in which you don't really have to conquer all the countries, but then in most of them it's pretty much mandatory that you do. Anyways, yeah, so basically the plot about Sengoku Rants itself is that basically there's this guy called Rants, hence Sengoku Rants, and he comes to Japan with this slave named Sil Plain. Yes, that is her name, Sil Plain. And for a hot spring vacation, in reality to escape, or for Rance to escape a marriage contract with one of the princesses in the main continent. And yeah, so they come along to Japan, and basically one of the country's leaders invites him over to rule as their secret ruler, so that he won't really have to deal with the troublesome politics and whatnot, because he really hates politics. So he just asks Rance to take care of all the wars and all the down and dirty stuff for him. And that's basically the premise of this game. You basically conquer one, take over one country, and then you conquer the rest from there. So, still late at night, and we're just gonna start on normal. For this first walkthrough, naturally, I've decided to just go through a normal difficulty, and yeah, select difficulty, just normal, and then true route. That's the first walkthrough we're gonna do. Eventually, I'm gonna get to all 6 or 5 routes. I forgot how many there were exactly, but I'm pretty sure there's at least 5. So yeah. Oh god, stuffy nose. Winter sucks. Anyways, so here you can see that you're kind of confused, like available points 231. Like what does this mean? This number right here indicates how many second game points you have. And as you can see, if you've ever played Sengoku Ranks before, you'll know that getting second point bonuses, or these second points in by themselves, is really fucking hard. And judging because of the fact that I have 231, I must have played a shit ton. And yeah, you are right, I did play a shit ton. This means that I can get every single item here, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do, except for the family bonus. No, I kind of don't want to get any of these family bonuses, because what these family bonuses do is that you can, like when it says add, like for example, add Takeda family, that means that when I go back and click on start game, that means that once I do start the game, go to the first strategy screen, that means that the Takeda country, all their commanders, or all their important commanders, are already under my control. That's pretty OP, isn't it? So at the same time, though, keep in mind that if you do choose to select this bonus, that means that their country will automatically start hostile to you. So normally you have to declare war on countries in order to attack them, or may have them attack you. In this case, though, you don't have to declare war, because they're already declared war on you at the very beginning. Fortunately, though, the country itself, the Takeda country, or the Takeda clan, I'll just call them the clannies or factions, or whatever you want to call them, they don't start off like bordering you, because you can only attack countries that border your or are adjacent to you directly. So if you touch their borders, you can attack them, and vice versa. So that's it for the family bonus. I really don't want to add any of these, but then the Takeda family, I always start with them, because all their commanders are so fucking OP. You will see why once I actually explain the mechanics of the game, and actually fight with them in battle. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Takeda family, because most of you guys who have played Sengoku Ranks don't really have the chance to like use the Takeda commanders all that often, unless you always have Sanada Torin. I mean, he's good, but then the other 3 are where it's at. So special character bonuses these are all basically characters from previous Alicesoft titles, and Alicesoft is the producer and publisher of Sengoku Ranks. So these are all from their previous games, and all these characters are basically making cameo appearances here. And the most useful among all of these, in my opinion, is this diviner named Alina. You'll see why once I actually start the game in a second. And if you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my lovely little time selecting all of this. Oh shit. Cause I know I can. And believe me, even though it looks like I might run out of points, I'm not. I've done this many times before, and I'm never gonna run out of points. In fact, I can go through all of this without ever running out of points, unless I go ahead and choose all the family bonuses. But why do I want to do that? Because if I do that, then that means literally all the countries on the map, or literally all the strong countries on the map, will already have declared war on me, and it's going to be pretty troublesome to deal with, even though I do have all the important commanders. Anyways, yeah, after I choose all of these, we'll get started right away, such as that. Alright. So basically, let's see, I'm gonna put this on auto, so that while I talk, it can just pan automatically across. Basically, you guys can read the dialogue itself by itself. I'm just gonna explain what's going on in this first scene, and after I'm done explaining, we're just gonna move right along. So basically, this country called Owari is run by a brother and sister. You can see Oda Nobunaga and his sister Kohime. In Japanese, basically means Princess Aroma. We just like to call her Oda or Kohime for short. And basically, if you guys recognize the name Oda Nobunaga, that means that you probably do recognize the guy if you guys do know a little bit about Asian history and Japanese history in particular. This game is Sengoku Rants, so it does parody many famous figures in Sengoku era Japan or medieval Japan, and Oda Nobunaga is one of them. So he's the sort of the main leader of, or he is the main leader of the Owari clan. So yeah, he's the leader of it, but then he's kind of bored with doing it, and he's really tiresome with meddling with its politics all the time, so he decides to call someone else in, and that would be Rance. And as you can see, he's just consulting with his generals, and this guy Akechi Mitsuhide is trying to kind of avert war with their opponents, because they're actually fighting a civil war, which is incited by a neighboring country who is interested in taking over Owari. So yeah, so just basically arguing amongst themselves whether or not they should really attack. I think the woman that you saw there, Ranmaru, and the kind of big fat guy named Shibata Katsui, I think, Katsuye? I'm just gonna call him Katsu because that's what my glorious channel calls him as well, Shibata Katsui. And those two are for attacking, and as you can see, Akechi Mitsuhide is against, and normally Akechi Mitsuhide is known as a coward by, as you can see, stop being a chicken, Mitsuhide. So yeah, as you can see, they're just arguing amongst themselves, and then I think that, let's see here, I'm going to take off the auto tab, and yep, there comes Rance. So as you can see, Rance and Still Playing come along, and yes, Rance. A little bit of background information on Rance himself. He just goes by the name of Rance. I don't think he has a last name. He probably does, but for this game, it doesn't tell us. Probably in an earlier game. This is Rance, the 7th Rance title, by the way. It is one of the oldest running hentai games in history. So, about a little bit of trivia for you guys. And yeah, Rance is here, and basically the night before, Oda Nobunaga and Rance got drunk one day in his tea shop, and Oda Nobunaga was like, "Hey, so you wanna help me rule my country?" And Rance was like, "Oh yeah, totally." And yeah, that's basically how it went down. So yeah. Rance is going to lead his army out because Oda Nobunaga is really sick, and he was always sick to begin with, and so sometimes he can fight and sometimes he can't. So in this case, he can't fight, so he has Rance fight for him. So might as well. And we'll take off this auto tab because basically that's the rest of the battle. So this is how the battle system works here. As you can see, this is a 6x6 playing field, and you can see the enemies have first strike on us first, that's because the game declares them fast in this game, or amongst them in this game. Once again, this is a 6x6 unit battlefield, playing field, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, there are some things that I do want to point out to you guys as really important, because I'm pretty sure you're not familiar with this battle scene at all. Sorry, I got kind of burped there. I've been drinking too much soda. But then for the time being, I'm just going to play up this game because I am running out of time. And yeah, hopefully you guys can follow along and see what basically what I do. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish up this battle here, and then once I actually get to the titles or the strategy screen, I will be explaining lots of things. So the next few episodes will probably be just me explaining shit. So it might get a little bit boring, but unfortunately, that's what we have to do in order to have you guys understand what the hell's going on. Because if I don't explain it, then I mean, you're gonna be like, what the fuck's going on? Like, well, you don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna finish clean up the rest of the troops here. As you can see, we've got one last squad here to defeat, and I don't think Rance can take it out himself. Nope, he can't. too little troops. That's his main weakness in the early game. So yep, now that we defeated the enemy side, basically the Civil War is now essentially over with that last battle. And basically this is the cutscene where Rance and Oda Nobunaga first meet inside his tea house. Apparently, Oda Nobunaga in this game has a hobby. Like, his hobby is to run a tea house shop, and it's one of the alibis in case things turn south, like their country gets taken over or something. They need like a cover up. Then the tea house is their kind of perfect cover up thing. So yeah, that's where they meet, and then basically now we go into the first pre-turn event. And basically, now after that battle, Rance is now fully established as the new secret ruler of Owari. And as you can see, now Kohime is leading Rance away from Oda Nobunaga, who is right now suffering from a fever. And that monkey on his shoulder, Tokichiro, you will learn to hate him. You are going to fucking hate him. And I personally, for one, want to rip his testicles out and shove them down his throat. Yes, that's how much I hate the monkey. Because eventually, when you think about all that happens in most of the storyline, or at least for the True Route storyline, then yeah, you understand why this monkey needs to die. So yeah. And this guy is named 3G. And you notice that number pad on the side? Yeah, there's a reason why he's called 3G. And do keep in mind that this game was released back in 2005. Think about that one. So basically, he's like the primary advisor to the Owari Central Command. He deals mostly with domestic affairs, while Rance deals with like military and foreign affairs, pretty much. So, and then Kohime now is helping the 3G here with with domestic affairs as well. 3G, a little bit of background information on him. He's a yokai, which basically in Japanese means he's a demon of sorts. He's like a monster, but then unlike other yokai, he is friendly towards humans, and especially because he's working for the government. So of course, as you can see, he's got 3 heads, hence 3G. So, yeah. And they all speak individually for some reason. See, if you look at the portrait box, left head, middle head, right head. Lol. Anyways, so yeah, so basically they're in a conference now, and then basically now this is where their strategy phase comes in. And so I'm gonna finish up this episode by clicking on the country in which this event comes up, and basically it's just explaining like the game mechanics to you guys. Basically here, Rance says, I don't want to deal with the domestic trouble, so just leave all the military stuff. Well, yeah, please take care of all the military affairs and place to my brother. And it's like, I want to search for sexy women. That's literally once you do take over this country right here, Takeda, which you can see is indicated in red, which means that they are starting out hostile to me, which is what I mean by having the family bonus at the second game bonus screen. When we talk to this guy, Sanada Torin, then when you first release him from prison, if you kind of conquer him normally, that is, then Rance will specifically tell him, my only goal while in Japan is to fuck as many sexy women as possible. Yes, that's literally what he says. Don't even lie. I'm not even kidding you right now. I'm no bullshitting you right now. And then click on this again, and please give orders to other commanders. Yeah, right. And yeah, just a little scene that proves that Shibata Katsu is unfortunately a lolicon, and that is the only reason why Rance is basically hates the guy. So yeah, so now that we've pretty much covered all the important stuff here, that should be the end of this episode. So guys, thanks for watching, and next episode and the next few episodes, I'm gonna be covering the basic gists of this game and the game mechanics that go along with it. So stick around, guys, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Peace, guys.